Hey, welcome back to Synthetic Oil Protection. My name's Eben. If you're new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing. So today I wanted to do a quick shout out to my man Stan in Texas. He just happened to order 11 quarts of 5W40 European, and this is the motor oil. It's 100% synthetic, and this is the motor oil that would go in a SL65 AMG, which is a V12 twin-turbo Mercedes engine. It meets and exceeds the BMW spec, and they use this in the Mercedes Sprinter vans, diesel engines. And what he's doing is he's upgrading, and he's coming from a very thick weight, and he definitely wants to give it a try. So I just wanted to give him a shout out, and I can't wait to get the results back. We'll follow up with it. All right, we'll see you, Stan. So today we're working on this awesome 2003 Jaguar XKR, and this is the 4.2 liter supercharged, and we're putting in our PI fuel additive. And what this does is it gets all the ethanol varnish out of the fuel system. It cleans the valves, gets the injectors clean, and it gets all the ethanol tarnish out of the fuel system. So we just pop her off, come in, that's it, just one finger. That's all it takes. That's it. We're good for 4,000 miles. So today we're working on this 2003 Jaguar XKR. It's a 4.2 liter supercharged, and it takes 5W30. And today we're going to be putting in our Signature Series, which is good for up to 25,000 miles, or 1 year, whichever comes first, or 700 idling hours. 100% synthetic. Today we're going to be doing an engine flush on this beauty. What this does is this goes in the motor oil, and basically what it does is it actually thins out the oil and gets all the old contaminants and all the sludge, if there's any varnish in there. And what it's going to do is it's going to loosen it all up. So we're going to go ahead and put this in, and then we're going to start it up and let it idle for about 10 minutes. And it's a very, very thin, you can see it, it's a very thin, basically detergent. And it actually loosens all the oil, and it's going to get all the gunk if there's any varnish in there. And you'll see how quick the oil comes out. All right, let's kick it off. And now all we do is start it up and let it idle for just 10 minutes. Let's do it. One, two, and three. Our 10 minutes went by, and it's all done circulating. Now all we do is crack loose our 14mm bolt. We got our socket all ready to go. Our breaker bar should come off like butter. Oh yeah, easy as pie. Easy as pie. Should come out like butter. On the count of three, a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, and a 3. It's a long one. It's a long one. And there it goes. And you'll see how steady that comes out. It comes out like solid because it's so broken down. Basically, those detergents break down the fluid a lot, and that allows it to just come out so much easier. So it's definitely worth doing the motor oil flush. All right, we'll be back with the filter. So you can see how long that drain plug is. See how long that is? A little bit longer than normal. We're going to come with our oil filter pliers, which can easily get in here like butter. And it should be just a piece of cake. That's it. Easy as pie with a good filter wrench. We take our towel, because the filter can be very hot sometimes. And now we just unloosen that. Good to go. Drain down. All right, the car's still draining down. We're going to talk a little bit about the motor oil. This is AMSOIL Signature Series, and this is 100% synthetic. And to kind of put it in perspective where this is at, there's Mobil 1, then there's Mobil 1 Extended Performance, which is good for 1 year, 15,000 miles. Then there's Pennzoil Pure Platinum, and then there's AMSOIL. And this outperforms Mobil 1 Extended Performance by 4 times in turbocharger deposit testing. So they run this oil through turbos, they run it through heat cycle it, and they measure the carbon deposits. And this has 1/4 of the carbon deposits as Mobil 1 Extended Performance. And Mobil 1 Extended Performance is good for up to 1 year or 15,000 miles. This is good for 1 year, 25,000. But under oil analysis, there's people that can flex this to 35,000 miles. And actually back quite a bit, 20 years ago, they used to have a, I think it's the 500 series AMSOIL, that used to be good for 35,000 miles. So it just depends on how much city you drive, how much highway. If you do all city driving, you're gonna be around 20,000 miles. If you do all highway with analysis, you can do up to 35,000 miles. On the Mercedes Sprinter vans, some of these are European oil. There's guys that run the 540 up to 50,000 miles on an oil change, but that's all highway. So now we're gonna prep our filter, and unfortunately AMSOIL doesn't make a filter for this. So we're using a Wix-made micro guard. Wix makes this filter for O'Reilly's Auto Parts. And basically what you wanna do is you wanna go ahead and just fill it up. Come here, go ahead and fill it up. This oil filters on the side, so we're gonna only go about 1/4 way, and that's it. We're all ready to thread her on. See, it's barely dripping, so we're good to go. All we do is thread up our fresh filter, which we have primed. It's about halfway fill, so it may leak a little bit, which there's nothing wrong with. We're good to go. Now we just cork her up. She'll pretty much drip like that for a while. You just gotta do it after a couple minutes. You just cork her up and that's it. So we're gonna tighten it down to about 30 pound-feet. That's it. We're good to go. All right, it's that time to put in our liquid gold. Let's do it. 7.6 quarts going in. All right, we're on our last few quarts here. We're gonna go ahead and motor her up. She's off the jacks, so we'll start it up and go ahead and check our oil level. All right. So it's going to take another 1/2 quart, 0.6. All right, we're going to do our final check. We got our 7.6 quarts in. Let's check it out. It's right there, right at the little bit towards the middle to the bottom of the perfectly in the middle. And as it drains down, it takes about 10 minutes. As the oil drains down, it'll get to the middle or a little above the middle of the crosshairs. All right, 7.6 quarts. Hey, I really appreciate you guys tuning in today. Be sure to stay tuned to the radiator coolant, transmission change, and power steering fluid change on this beautiful Jag. You'll see that in my playlist, all right? If you guys enjoy this stuff and like to take good care of your car, definitely be sure to subscribe. We'll see you guys back next time. I almost forgot. We got to put on our badge of honor. Let's do it. Let's put it on. little American ingenuity.